that's the first little bench in place. We've cut both down, so there we go. Hi everyone, welcome back to Let's Do Bonsai. We're up at the allotment today. You can see there's a lot of the pre-bonsai stuff up here. But what we're going to get on with is, we were up here yesterday weeding and clearing a lot of rubbish, because obviously that's where we are now. Spring's well in force and the weeds grow faster than everything else. But we're going to finish off creating the benches down the other side there. I'll just take you over and have a look. So we've got the breeze blocks sort of in place, ready to go. And we're going to, see they've fallen over in some places, but we're going to chop down these bits of wood. These came as a container at work and I thought, oh, I can use them. So we're going to slice them down the middle with the circular saw, both sides, because they're quite thick, and the underside like a 4-inch timber. So we're going to cut them both sides, and then that'll give us probably about 1.5 foot width to put some stands and stuff up there and lift some of these trees off the ground. Let's crack on with it. So we've moved it to this aisle location, and I'm going to run down. There's a nice red line already on there where they've nailed it either side. There is a couple of nails in between, and I'm just hoping that isn't going to kill the blade as I go down it, but we'll see. I do have a few batteries, so 18 volts, lots of power, a good one there, a nice 5.5 amp hour power core, ready to go. So here we go. So that's gone down it nicely, nice and straight that, to be fair. So we'll flip it over and go down the middle of this 4x4 and see where we land. So I've got these triangular pieces, and I'm going to put these under the cut point to see if we can just make the wood just break over the top. We got some of it.
Right. Spiders.
we're in half. So there you go, we've managed to split it in half. We've got another one to do. Whether the blade will get through that one or not, I don't know. It looks a bit weathered under there. This one's been on top. It might be an idea to dry it out in the sun. But you can see the boards are a little bit warped, a little bit curved, but it's better than nothing. Part of my idea is to put the trees in the grooves so they've got nowhere to go. They can't fall backwards, they can't fall forwards, but that might also be the perfect slot to go over the breeze blocks and then build some framing around the pots when they get positioned. We'll have a look and see what comes best from that. That's the first little bench in place. We've cut both down, so we've got 4 to put in, and hopefully we'll get right up that edge with that. It's as level as it needs to be, so all good. It might be a case of treating this channel so that it doesn't fully rot. Maybe put some holes in it for a bit of drainage, but it's slightly running that way, so any water hopefully runs off. We'll just have to make sure that we try and treat it with a bit of something, I think. Let's get the other 3 in place. So there we go, we're all in. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy, but it's solid underfoot with the breeze blocks, and it will give some runoff for some of the water. I'm going to put some trees up on top. It might end up that we put some strips on the underside to support these, because obviously it's lost some nails in the cutting process, and it will just give a little bit more stability. So that'll be something I can do as I get some scrap bits of wood. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Time to get it all loaded, I think. So we're getting cracked on really well here. We've started putting some stuff in the benches. We've pulled the pre-bonsai ginkgos together. The big ones putting out some good leaf and looking nice and strong. We just need some stuff to come off the trunk, I think, and really get that banging. This one's looking a little bit weak, so we might have to look at that. The other one's looking okay, and the inherited one, that's looking about as good as that one, so we'll be nursing them and looking after them. Some willow, some pre-bonsai larch. There's a yew there that doesn't look brilliant, so that's going to go in the nursery bit. That's going to have some shade netting put over there with yeah, some of that's, you know, browning off or not looking too good. So before committing it to the fire pit, we will give it a chance to bounce back. We got some junipers that will probably go under the benches for a bit of shading and a bit of looking after. What else did we do? Oh, we grouped the Acer maples together, so we'll keep them out in the sun going on. The privet growing really strongly, really well. We'll get that cut back and see what we can do with some of them trunks. There's some big chunky trunks in there. The Zelkova hidden round the corner there, we'll bring that out so that can do well this year. The horse chestnuts, the 40-year-old one, that's it's gone massive, hasn't it? We're going to have to really do something with that. Smaller one there, Lonicera. That Lonicera didn't make it. And then this is the oak area. So there's the oaks and there's the French oaks at the back. Some more juniper, some cedar. It doesn't look fantastic, but we'll give it a chance to come back. Look at that iris, absolutely beautiful. You gotta love that. And then some more pre-bonsai towards the front there, all coming together very nicely. But yeah, this was not the prettiest of allotments this time yesterday, but I came up assisted by my good lady, she's done me proud. She's proper workhorse, proper goes for it, puts me to shame as always, but without her I'd be struggling. So we'll get the rest of the benches filled up with stuff that wants the sun, and we can use underneath the benches for shade. And like I say, we are going to get some shade netting for that little marquee bit at the back.